A major new climate change report coordinated by the United Nations paints a concerning picture that many of the impacts we're seeing from climate change are now irreversible. David Schechter covers climate change for us and is here to add some context to all of this. And David, this scientific report is the most detailed look yet at the effects and really at the threats of global warming.
It is. It's really, there's a ton of information in this report. And basically, it says that climate change is now happening faster than humans and nature can adapt to. And unless we quickly slash greenhouse gas emissions, climate change will overwhelm our ability to make the kinds of changes that protect us from the worst kinds of effects, Izzy.
So this is a report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change.
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words, and I know that it's a lot of people who came together. Who are they and what do they do?
That's right. So this is they call it the IPCC, and it's 270 researchers from 67 countries who collaborated to bring this issue and to bring this warning to us. And what they've documented is how an increase in things like wildfires and heat waves and rising sea level are degrading food and water supplies and even human health. To date, our planet has warmed 1.1 degrees Celsius. What the scientists are telling us is if we let the planet heat up to beyond 1.5 degrees, it's going to lead to some problems that we can no longer plan to reverse. So almost like a permanent line in the sand there.
So what does that mean for us here at home, here in Texas?
That's a great question because Texas is really ground zero for a lot of issues related to climate change. We're headed towards a future of more fires, more floods, more hurricanes, more drought. The scientists are telling us it will be harder and harder to adapt to some of those problems as the problems get bigger and bigger, and we need to deal with some of the root causes. But in Texas, that's a big problem because in the Abbott administration, top to bottom, all the agencies, none of them have a plan for how Texans, what we should do to deal with climate change. There's no policy at the state level, so that leaves a big gap on how to figure this thing out, at least here in the state.
And I know that there will be a separate report come spring with some strategies on how to combat this.
3 big reports this year.
We'll look forward to your reporting on that. David Schechter,
thanks.
thank you.